more when it comes to taking care of a child. Number one, according to the Quran, حَمَلَتْهُ كُرْهًا. The first step, when the mother starts this responsibility, is carrying this baby. And those of us who are fathers, you know, and you realize this fact. That the mother, the first difficulty is that, number one, at the early pregnancy, she has to go through a lot. Number one, some food that she loves the most. They tell her mom, to be or mother, you cannot eat this food. I love sweet. They say, no, you can't. Why? Because of your baby. Good. Now she has to drop from eating what? Sweet that she likes the most. She is not allowed to eat because of this baby. Number two, you have to take some medicine. You have to take some vitamins. I don't like vitamins. No, you have to. What? Because of the baby. The pregnancy gets to a certain point. Now she is not comfortable sleeping. Why? Because of the baby. And get to the point, no, she cannot sit comfortable. What? Because of the baby. And get to the point, no, you have to work. I don't like walking. I don't feel like, no, you have to. What? Because of the baby. And these are the early stages, that she has to go through all this difficulty because of this baby. Now, after this, I get to the point where the most difficult part even starts here. Where? When this child is about to be born, which is the labor. Those of us who are parents, Allahu Akbar, you will feel for your wife when the labor starts. How painful it is. But she has to go through all that in order to have this baby. The baby comes. Is that all end of it? No. Now this is the beginning of the first step where now she has to give up sleeping. She has to give up a lot of food that she likes too. Sometimes because when she's breastfeeding, there are certain foods she's not allowed to eat because it's going to affect that baby. Certain medication she cannot take. She is sick. She wants some. No, that you cannot take because it's going to affect that baby. Why? Because the baby is important. She has to refrain from it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you and I remember this difficulties your mom went through. All these Quran says, حَمَلَتْهُ كُرْهًا. She carried him during the time of pregnancy. كُرْهًا. With the difficulty. وَوَضَعَتْهُ. And also gave birth, kurha, also in the point and also in difficulty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't stop there. And then you say, وَحَمْلُهُ وَفِصَالُهُ 30 شَهْرًا. The period of pregnancy and breastfeeding, Allah said the total is 30 months. 30 شهرًا. Here, before I continue, some of the tafsirs, like Tafsir Nur al-Taqalayn, he said this ayah was revealed in regard to Imam Hussein alayhi afdalu salatu wa salam. He said one Fatima salamullahi alayha, when she became pregnant with Imam Hussein, immediately the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had the revelation about what will happen on Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Then he told Fatima salamullahi alayha. From that pregnancy until Imam Hussein was born, Fatima alayhi salam was always increased in sorrow. That is one of the tafsir. However, the point is this, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the period of the pregnancy and also the breastfeeding, Allah said that all together is 3 months. Here, this ayah, Imam Al-Mu'mineen salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi used to prove a point during the time of one of the Khulafas. That at the time of one of the Khulafa, a man brought his wife to the Khalifa and said to the Khalifa, Ya Khalifa, this my wife has committed fornication, so she needs to be brought to justice. What happened? They said, this wife of mine, we have been married for less than a year, for almost a year, and here she has a baby in 6 months. How can that be possible? So I don't believe that this child is my child. This means that she has been in an affair with someone else. So I want her to be brought to justice. The Khalifa said, okay. Dig a hole, and inshallah we're going to put her in there and stone her to death. The news get to Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali sent one of his companions, said, go and tell the Khalifa to wait until I get there. Imam Ali came, and you know when Imam Ali is coming, means something wrong. Imam Ali said, wait. They waited, Imam Ali came there. He asked the Khalifa, he said, Ya Khalifa, based on what do you want to stone this woman? Based on Kitab Allah. Where is Kitab Allah? Say Kitab Allah because she had 6 months, she was pregnant for only 6 months and she had this baby. Where in the world someone can be born in 6 months? Then Imam Ali said, I challenge you with Kitab Allah. How? Imam Ali said, listen. They said, هل قرأت قوله تعالى وحمله وفصاله 30 شهرا? Say yes, I read. Say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the pregnancy, hamluhu means pregnancy, wa fisaluhu, breastfeeding period, should be altogether what? 30 months. So do you agree with me? Say yes. Say Al-Quran yufassiru ba'duhu ba'da wa ya'dudu ba'duhu ba'da. Now let me get you one ayah from the Baqarah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْوَالِدَاتُ يُرْضِعْنَ أَوْلَادَهُنَّ حَوْلَيْنِ كَامِلَيْنِ. You bring these two ayahs, put them together. Now Allah says in Surah Al-Baqarah, in order to translate about these ayahs in Surah Al-Ahqaf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the period of breastfeeding should be 2 years. Now, out of 30 months, if you take 2 years, which is 24 months, how much will be left? Ya Khalifa says 6 months. Okay, 6 months, that is a clear indication that a mother can be pregnant for 6 months and have a baby, and the baby can survive. What do you say? Khalifa says, Wallahi wa ka'anni lam aqra' hadhihi al-ayah abada. Like I never heard or read this ayah in my life. Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen tells us that based on this ayah, a woman can be 6 months pregnant and have a baby, and the baby can survive. And the history has also proven. And one of the examples is Imam Hussein alayhi Abdul Salatu wassalam. The other one is Yahya alayhi salam, also another prophet. The history tells us that he was only carried for 6 months. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Then the ayah continues, says, حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ. When this child comes to this world after 2 years of breastfeeding and taking care of, now he becomes, see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned 2 things. حَتَّى إِذَا بَلَغَ أَشُدَّهُ وَبَلَغَ 40 سَنَةً. See, human being has 2 things. One is body-wise, and the other one is intellectual-wise. The first ayah talks about the body-wise, where a person becomes in structures, became strong and built. وَبَلَغَ 40 سَنَةً. When also he became 40 years old. Which they say in the hadith that a person, كَمَالُ الْفِكْرِ وَالْعَقْلِ, becomes at the age of 40. When a person reaches at the age of 40, his intellect becomes complete. That is why you see most of our prophets became prophets at the age of 40. فَلَمَّا بَلَغَ 40 سَنَةً آتَيْنَاهُ حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا. When they came at the age of 40. And this is, at that age, this is important, dear brothers and sisters, because at the age of 40, it's like the last highest level you can get. As soon as you hit 40, now it becomes down. Now it's decreasing. It's not going up anymore. If a person gets at the age of 40 and he was able to establish himself, to practice Islam, to become a better person, at that age, he reached at the cruise level. You see when the plane is up, right? When he reaches at the cruise level, now it's going. Nothing can stop him, right? Good. Now, if